Check, check. All right, I think everything is working. Hello, everybody. Today, I'm just going to be working on some charts. I need to make some edits to. I need to make some tabs for some bass parts. I need to write some charts. We'll see how much I get done before I have to get my wife from work. So, today, up first is Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. We all know it, but I made a pretty funky arrangement of it. I think it's pretty decent. And we're going to fix the drums in it, add a tab for the bass, and what else? There's some accidentals I need to fix. I think all my sound is working. Good. Alright, so first things first, I just need to put a nice, simple, basic rock groove. And this shouldn't be so bad. I'm just doing, I think I can even play it. It's close enough. Because a good drummer, after they see the piece once and they weren't happy with their performance, they'll learn the actual drum groove. So this is just straight eighth notes. And we'll put those all into her up voice. So I've honestly heard conflicting information from a couple of sources on how they prefer to see the drum parts. Do we prefer to see it all? Latest comments? Oh, excellent. So I just put out a video. I just got a comment on it. I hope it's good. We'll check that. And the comment is, please be positive. Great work. Oh, clicking all sorts of keys. Thank you. Just a good old thank you will be enough. Let's see how my video is doing so far. It is basic views in the first 32 minutes. I'll take it. So, my opinion on drums. And if you're in the chat, feel free to add your 2 cents. I'm generally just looking for a consensus. So, most composers that I know personally say they would write the drum parts with 2 voices, meaning like this. They want this to be down, and they want these to be quarter notes. So a handful of composers I know would write their drum parts like that. Now, I had the opportunity to talk to some students who study with a pretty prolific drummer, and they said, no, absolutely not. They said, do it like this, because this is how they write their transcriptions. I was like, okay, I think that makes sense. You prefer to read that. And it is clear. Just because, yes, they are different appendages, does that mean we have to make them different voices? So I'm pretty happy with that. I'll just need to copy that groove and put it where appropriate, such as right here. And to fix my counts. So this counts from 2. So I get my 4 where it needs to go. This also counts from 2. And I need my groove. Cool. Basic groove. think something is slightly off. That's way too fast. I think is okay. Something I'm not agreeing. I feel like I should actually write just something passable, like boom, bum, bum. And we'll make these all 5, and this will be a 5. And I already established I want that to be up. And yeah. So which groove do I prefer? I'm basically just, it's not really practical to notate what was played in the recording, especially in this level of big band chart, because for the most part, it's just kind of a, it's not a swing, but it's a little bit more of that soulful, almost R&B vibe, gospel. So I think that's appropriate. Okay. Verses. So I'll tell you what. I think I like the quarter note one better, and that's really just a symptom of me writing it. It's really in cut time in a way. It's so interesting to think that such a simple song, so much goes into it. It's like, mercy, mercy, mercy. It's not inherently just complex. It's not like giant steps changes, but it's not simple. All right. Cool. Then I will So I'll pick up. All right. So let's place this rock groove. Basic, simple thing I wrote that I think is going to fit. I think it's passable. And we will paste it over here. Right here is groove. Shorten it. Now, there's probably a way to do this. So if I even say it, someone's going to call me stupid. But is there a way to shorten this, but have it preserve the bar, the count under it? Now, obviously, I could have a slash region with a separate numbered bar region. I do know that. But I wish there was a way to make it just slide over, but keep the number. I assume there is a way. So count from, move it up, keep it in line. So keep groove. So here I designated it. I just said play groove. Was I descriptive enough? That is the question. I think it is. Should I bother writing in part of the groove? I guess it wouldn't hurt. And it wouldn't hurt my spacing, so I might as well. Alright, that solves that. Let's do that. So once again, oh, that's fine because I have my 8 there, and I don't like to do it under notated things. Now, I'm not going to do it for the keyboard, but I will do it for the bass. I think just for the bass, actually. Because at this point, since the song is melody-driven enough, it's appropriate that the keyboard doesn't always have to be playing, like, the groove. For the bass, they gotta be playing that line. And that's the groove. We will put it there. So, and I'm targeting this chart for high school ensembles. It's very accessible for high school ensembles. So that's why I think it's important that I say, hey, play the groove. This is the groove. I don't want a student to be left guessing because ultimately it hurts their confidence. So all that looks good. And then we'll add it into the solo bit here. Count from 2. This also needs to count from, oh, wait, I'm going to make it start over here for. So when I'm moving something that far, I think it's honestly just worth reinserting it. And start the count from 5. Great. And paste. That's not what I meant. Let's go copy the groove again. What's going to be cool about this bass part is I'm going to make an optional part that has tab under the actual sheet music, so it can be an instructional material for students who can't read notation but can read tab. And that is the groove, so we tell them to play the groove. Groove, groove, groove. Good music is about groove, at least the music I write. I think that I've always had a hard time enjoying certain very contemporary works, and that's because the first thing they usually abandon is groove. I think that's well, A, it's up to the composer, and some of that music is fantastic. Hello, thank you for watching. I'm talking about my philosophies on groove and contemporary music. Captivating, right? So I was just thinking about groove and how when people write very contemporary music, especially in like the more classical world, my monitor just turned black. It came back. Okay. Especially in the more classical world, like groove still exists in that world. Think about like marches are grooves. Orchestra pieces that have highly driven string parts and motion, that is a groove. It's functioning as a groove a lot of the time, especially if it has any sort of 5/1 or any kind of cadence. I think it's establishing some kind of motion. And in the commercial jazz world, we call that groove. And I notice a lot of contemporary music, even in big band, the first thing they abandon is groove. I'm like, I don't think that's the answer. I think contemporary music built around groove. How do you take something that is so foundational and then make it into something like avant-garde? So I love groove. That's my point. I am fixing up this part because my drum part was just kind of a little bad, to be honest. I wasn't clear enough. So I'm just making it a little more obvious. And I'm going to make tab for the bass part so a new player can learn how to read the sheet music, and it will display both the tab and the notes on Dorico. And then, not that I'm some kind of simp for Dorico, although some might say I am. It's so easy to make the tab from the notes. It's crazy. I'm very excited to show you. It is interesting, but I recognize everyone also has their own sound. And that is really just my opinion. And it influences how I write my music. Because I don't want it to ever be taken as music that doesn't groove is bad. Because that's just not true. It just might mean it's not on my Spotify playlist. Right, count from 2. I just put my new video up 45 minutes ago, and it's doing pretty well. It's about making lead sheets. It's super long, super informative, and you get to hear me talk for 30 minutes straight. Hope you enjoy it, and there's a free template included with it. All right, this is looking pretty good. And now here is important because the key changed. So I really need to put the bass line there for a young player because they might not be aware that they can just play the same thing up a whole step at this point. At least in a sight reading circumstance. Obviously, if this chart gets rehearsed and I was more vague with some parts, it will be a non-issue. But I want it to be a little more approachable sight reading. All right, play groove. Groove, groove, groove. That gets me to the end of the chart. So this is kind of a cool big band chart. And you'll notice I'm writing in gallery view because I have access to all my hidden parts. If I enter my page view, that takes a second to load. It's just a traditional big band score. And I really just built this around a head chart. I was like, if I'm going out and someone is really calling mercy, mercy, mercy on a jam, how will I play it? Pretty much like this. I just added a really cool intro and a modulation. So I need to fix some accidentals. And admittedly, this is the most boring thing on earth. So watch. Mostly all the accidental problems always occur in the saxophones because they play the most notes, typically. And we're just scrolling through and looking for anything stupid, like F flat and B sharp. Looking good so far. I don't think any of them are going to occur till a little later on in the piece at the short soli I wrote for them. Part of me wants to write that as a B flat, but I don't want to have to put a B natural. But are A sharps acceptable for high schoolers? And even as a pro, would I prefer to read a B flat to a B natural? Think about that. I had posted on a group about notes that I will almost never notate, and that one of them was C flat. And I was like really, I'm not going to ever write C flat. It'll make no one happy. It might be a little more appropriate in more orchestral and classical settings, more specifically orchestra, less so than even wind ensemble, in my opinion. And they were like, well, what if you're in the key of G flat? And I was like, I would never write in the key G flat. I would make sure it's F sharp. No C flats. C flats are bad. I don't like them. And let's say I was really in the key of G flat and it was extremely diatonic. I would be comfortable with C flats. Honestly, it's definitely a niche. I'm trying to bridge the gap between commercial and big band music. My releases, which as soon as I hit 500 subscribers, which I'm 2 subscribers away now, I plan to be releasing my new song, and it's pretty cool because it's a full big band arrangement. But if you weren't paying attention and you also weren't a jazz audience, or consumer, if you're just someone who likes lo-fi music, someone who likes jazz hop, someone who likes steady beats, you would listen to it, because I basically made a steady beat big band tune. And I think that gives me some kind of advantage over other big band writers, not because I'm better than them, because most of them are better than me, and that's the reality of it, but because I found this weird commercial niche that works. It's strange. And it's been enlightening because it's a style of music. It's combining everything I've come from. I think that's the coolest thing, is so many players have so many unique traits about how they were brought up and how they learn. For me, my dad was into synthesizers, and I got into jazz because I wanted to play the trumpet. So what happened was I was like, I need to combine the two. I just can't live without it. All right, we're still scanning for accidentals. I will leave this as an A sharp just because it'll get too condensed there. If this was the only one, I would be comfortable making it A B flat. But since it happens 3 times in a row, that high school player can figure it out. Okay. Oh, this looks good so far. Scanning our parts. That all looks good. Still looking good. So the real problem is going to occur over here. And I need to add some more changes in here, because I have some more students that want to solo. I'm tempted to just make a solo sheet, though. That way my parts look as good as they do, because, not to brag, but that's like pretty clean. And I don't want to mess with it by putting a bunch of slashes. All right, so at letter P, I'm going to have a modulation, and here comes the accidental problems. Oh, that's so cool. So I also got to play trumpet in a big band when I was pretty young. And dude, it's like enlightening. It was also such a challenge. I remember like my first gig I played, and the first gig I played, I showed up, and my trumpet player was the lead player, and he is ridiculous. He's so good. And I was just doubling trumpet 4 reading. You know, I was pretty good at reading for my age, because I think it was the end of freshman year of high school. And the trumpet 4, he was a band director at a local school district, not the one I went to, but a different one. He looks at me after I play the first one. He's like, "You're doing good enough. I'm going to go get a drink," and just disappears for the full set. And I'm like sweating my everything off. I'm like, dude. And we're like sight reading Big Dipper and stuff. I'm like, there's no way I would get an A on this if this was some kind of like jury. But all right, this looks good. I know the accidental problems are in here. Feel free to, if you want any captivating discussion or anything. So, that B sharp. I want to see what that looks like in the part. I know this is like crazy specific. I think that's just way more obvious. And that B sharp needs to go. That's the one that I know about. Bad. Okay. Good. All this looks good. If you want to hear some horrible MIDI playback, here it is. I click save at the same time. looks good. I think I got rid of all the weird accidentals too. I think I'm changing my mind. I just want to get rid of those A sharps because I think they're hideous. And that was way earlier in the piece. And what's that? D sharp is fine. I look. What's that? I'm reading like a one-letter line. Oh wait, no, that is a B sharp. It's a. Is that how I want to read that? I think I still prefer that. Thank you. It's a. This chart is 100% high school friendly. And I hate B sharps. And I hate E sharps. So, I got this commission for this honors high school sort of ensemble. That's what this is for. But they have I would say their brass has actually suddenly stepped up because they also are hiring me to like direct this season. And suddenly the brass are just killing it. So the next piece I wrote for them is super brass heavy. Those look good. G sharps are cool. We like all these accidentals. And we are officially getting rid of those A sharps because I hate them. A sharp bad. And I think that's... So, one thing, even though I use Dorico a lot, I rarely use the jump bar. So I'm wondering if I just type 67. Will it go to that bar? No. Well, I don't know because it was about 100. No, never mind. I know there's a way to jump to a bar, but I forget it every time I need it. That's how it goes. All right. So these A sharps, they're hiding in plain sight. Back here. I thought I just saw one. Ah, I did. Bad. 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 I know I could do this with a bulk operation, but I want to check all the notes anyway. And those are good. These are good. All these are good. All these look great. Awesome. If I were reading this, I wouldn't complain too much. But these. Okay. I think the alto sax is done. In the brass, I already know the brass is pretty good. So, this will probably blow your mind if you haven't already done it. But I need to make a tab part. So I'm making a normal bass part, but I'm going to make a bass with tab, just like I make a keyboard with voicings. So here's my main keyboard part. And then here is my keyboard with voice. I didn't format it. That was embarrassing. So, this is the worst project I could have shown for that. But point is, I make two versions of things if it is very applicable. And what I'm going to do for the bass is I'm going to have a bass and I'm going to have a bass with tab. And it will display the tab underneath of the written notes. It's going to be like 6 pages, but it's going to be a good educational material for a bass player who can read tabs, can read chords, but is trying to learn to read the notes on the page. So, I think the easiest way to do this is to fully duplicate this. Let's do duplicate. And let's rename them to bass with tab. And if we go to our full score, gallery view, wait, no, it would be page view for this. We can hide stabs very easily on any layout, because now you'll notice if I jump to page view, it's going to look ugly. Yes. All right. I also need to rename the actual instrument just so that we get rid of that 1 and 2. I'm going to call this bass with tab, bass. We don't even need a shorter name because I will never display it on the page. Bass with tab, bass with tab. So now I can get rid of it in my page view. Right click, and we're going to do a staff manual visibility. Here I can hide and show what I want on the page. That way all my functional things that aren't so display worthy get hidden. Right, we're back to our good looking big band score. And I think the base with tabs should have duplicated the layout with everything. Yep. That's not the right one. Base with tab. Okay. Now I just need to do a copy paste. Copy. I'm going to paste into here. Ooh, and it's really ugly. So we need to. This is what? Letter 6. Set to letter, let's set to 6. And my margins 9, 5, 7, 7, 7, 7. 9. 5. And I make my rhythm charts a little more condensed than my horn charts, which is why I'm manually entering this information. And still ugly. Watch this. I can come over here into my setup and my layouts, and I can copy all my formatting, or I should say the system breaks and stuff, to that chart. Now it should be identical. Yep. Now we're going to add tab. So this is pretty easy to do. Just come to our layout options, or I'm going to use the jump bar. J, tab. Or I think it's in fretted. I'm so bad at using the jump bar. I know it's in the layout options. All right, base with tab, we're going to show notation and tablature. And show the rhythms. We're going to click apply. And there's a super busy, messy part, but it's got both the notes and the tab. So now, I just want to space it out a little more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. We can do 5 now. Yeah. Ah, it's so close. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I cram 5 on the first one? Let's try. Yeah. And let's make those fit on the one page. Make into frame. Okay. I think this is. Oh, I can also hide some stuff. Yeah. So I can condense this further, luckily. And let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That also makes our solo repeat section line up better. Make it a frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I think it'll be okay because I'm going to do some manual staff visibility stuff. Staff. No, I meant show. And here I will hide it. I love how that didn't work. Don't embarrass me, Dorico. Huh. But this is acceptable either way. I know there's a way, though. Staff, manual staff visibility. Right. You know what? I'll take it. It's fine. Now this page is probably the least busy. I'll just have the 6 on the last page. It's okay. It's instructional. So this chart is fully edited. Let's check on my drums. And then I'll actually edit the tab parts. Okay. The drums still look good. I just added the groove in a couple places just so they don't have to think too hard, especially with their sight reading. I think it all looks pretty good. I'm not particularly fond of that slow repeat being across the page. Is it worth changing though? I think it is. Yeah, let's keep it like that. That way they just don't have to be jumping their eyes between pages because it's almost guaranteed messing up. Now, I think I have a couple bars in here with extra rests. I see one of them. Ah, there's the other one. So if I go here, right. So I can remove the rest. Perfect. And then if I just select one and click remove, I don't know why I've been doing the whole bar every time. So we're just removing some rest from existence. Perfect. I think this part is done. And it's so much cleaner. Great. Okay. So that just leaves us with, well, we have this keyboard part. Since I provided the groove in the beginning, I think I'm not going to notate it out because it's better for this to be 3 pages than it is to write the groove out, which technically should be 2 pages. Or sorry, 2 stabs. Then have it be like 7 pages. We'll leave it as is. And then I see I did the cross solo section there. I think it's okay in the piano part. It's just not as crucial. So back to the bass with tabs. Now I have to be fixing this tab so it's good. How would I want to play this as a bass player? That's the question. Oops. Actually, I just hid my chat. There we go. I'll quickly check in YouTube Studio. Oh my god. I'm at $4.99. This video is doing pretty good. Do I have some more comments? Hopefully they're good comments. Okay, don't have a $4.99. $4.99. If you're out there, please consider subscribing. Get me to the 500. It's my first long-term goal, and I'm like super excited to hit it. All right. So, editing some tab. If I'm a bass player, where do I want to play this? That's not what I meant. M. I think it's fine. I think it's all good, actually. So I won't mess with it. All right. 2, 2, 3, 3, 0. If I move that down, that's on this string. I prefer 5 there, personally. and I'll make that jump to 3. I don't know. So I feel like sometimes playing open, you lose your ability to articulate, so that's why I did it, but I think 5 is good there. Okay. And then, oh, that looks good. All this looks good. Nice repeating notes. And that line also occurs over here. So that's 11001131. I think that's good. All right. Tab is complete. So I'm going to actually fully print this out, and then I'll PDF combine it, which is my #1 complaint about Dorico, is you can't export everything as one PDF. As soon as they add that, I'll be so happy. We're quickly going to look through our parts, which is 5-page saxophone part. That's not that unreasonable, especially given the amount of chord notes and whole notes. The bari sax, 2-page. That's a good length. Bari sax part, conducted. Why does it say that twice? Hold up. Something needs fixed. Well, I guess I just put it twice for some reason. Right. I'm glad I checked. We'll jump around to a couple different parts. So, I almost want to put F sharp to G. Sorry, F sharp to F. Just because I almost feel like seeing the natural sign in front of the F will make sure they actually play an F. I think I'll leave it. And then let's check the bari sax, and that's an E flat, so that's fine. Cool. Check our guitar part. I haven't paid too much attention to this, but I think it's fine, other than the collision at the bottom, because my margin is a little too low. What I've realized is your dynamics can go beyond your margins, which kind of drives me crazy. And surely there's a way to change that, because in Dorico there's always a way to do everything. I'm just going to manually slide these up so they look a little cleaner for me. There, and get it within that frame. And same thing for my ending system. There is a strangely large gap for it. And I'll evenly space this out. That looks good. Recheck the keyboard part. Oh, that looks good. The bass without tab looks good. The drums look good. And the new part, yes, the bass with tabs. Looks good. All right, time to print. Print. Am I at 500 subscribers? I did it. All right, here. Mini celebration. Look at that. 500. Pretty crazy. I'm still not at the watch hours I need to actually get my first thing, so it doesn't matter. But I'm still very happy with that. And then my next goal is 1,000. Awesome. So once I get 1,000, I get those 4,000 public watch hours. I think I can actually call myself a YouTuber. Right now, I'm just a wannabe. Let's export all these parts. I create a new folder for them, the 27th. Select. And we will do all those. Not that. Include that. Alright. Why did it change my destination folder? And why did it... Oh, because I didn't export that last one yet. I wish it would still point at the project folder, so I don't have to click through everything. There we go. Select. I think this is also ready for the West Virginia, one of their big bands to be playing, West Virginia University. Save print output. I'm a little confused. Graphics. I was just doing graphics. Alright, let's open up this folder. Make sure everything actually worked. No. To the keyboard, do you see the score? I see the score. I don't see the bass with tabs. Yeah, that's one it just got confused on. Alright, let's fix it. Export. Oh, there's a collision. There was a sign. I was supposed to look at it and fix that. Over here. Probably. But there's already 6 on there. Oh, that's why it's happening. Okay, we'll just manually move that over a little bit. I think it'll be okay. Engrave. Let's look at the print view. And that's totally acceptable. Oh, I need to hide a chord. Are my chords not hiding globally? Wait. Let's look at the bass. Because it was in there. Alright, I just have to do it for this. So apparently that doesn't translate with a copy paste. Interesting. Okay, this is at bar 88. We'll check. Let's hide that. Because that's the solo pickup. Okay, so it just doesn't copy. Interesting. I'll just be aware of that. So here's my fully formatted chart with tabs. And we can export that as a PDF. There. Export. Now. Perfect. All right, I have to do this for a couple more songs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I will combine these. And this is the saddest part about Dorico. Everything is honestly phenomenal, except they don't have a PDF like combiner. PDF combiner. Auto 1 2, tenor 1 2. Barry sax. Trumpet 1 through 4. Trombones 1 through 3. That work? Yes, bass trombone. Let's look for guitar. Look for keyboard. Now I need bass. Drums. I'll put the bass with tab at the end, so it's easy to exclude from your range if you want to not print it. And we'll combine all that. Save. Rename as Mercy. underscore. What's the date? 27 September 2024. Parts. And find the score. Underscore 27 September 2024. Score. Yep. Score. Those are done, and I need to make a copy of these. Put these under the printing. Put those in the old one. Copy these so they get printed. And I need the base with tab. Confrontation with tab. So I already finished one of them. Now I have the second one. Good. Okay. I'm going to move on to the next piece. I'm all happy with that now. I actually have to finish the next piece. I could be doing homework right now. I really don't want to. So my little suede shoes, that is the next chart I'm writing or arranging. And then Minor Blues is, I believe it's going to be titled Undercover, as I let the students title it, and that's a pretty cool name for it. I'll play it, and it's an original composition. Undercover. And I need to do some formatting to it. It's a little messy, but I do that last because I just write it in this view, gallery view. So while that loads, I'm going to try not to fall asleep. Today, I went to the DMV and officially changed my residency to West Virginia. I'm actually playing some stuff. Oh, very cool. So I'm actually looking on a separate tab at some of my subscribers and some of their music. It's super cool. Every once in a while, I get the opportunity to just admire all your guys' artwork, and it's fantastic. All right. So now, I think this is ready to play. Perfect. And I love how the most hideous sound could have possibly came out. And we will play it and we'll watch along. I'll play a little bit of solo. There's some serious latency on my keyboard, so it won't be good. I missed. We'll do that again. So I actually play pickup there. Now I have to finish the piece. So all that's left is a statement of the head, and then I'm trying to figure out some kind of cool ending. How can we end this? Well, I need my drums there, or I can't think. Let's put in my drums. Drum, 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 drum. And we'll paste that over here into my scratch drums. I'll just repeat that. And we'll make this as a piano. Let's take that. Let's listen. So this will go back to the walkout sort of deal. We'll get rid of all that. Now let's add some bars. How about 24? Something. Okay, we're gonna put something right there. It'll repeat. I think I'll actually put a repeat in there just to save some page space. And we're gonna go literally like this intro vamp. We're going to super thin out that texture. So, just going to get rid of my trumpet too right there. Oops. There we go. Now this should. Getting a phone call. Is it spam? Hello. It's a Pennsylvania voter alert. I actually just switched my state residency. Very cool. I commented on a link I'm tagged in on Facebook. And the bass player for a wedding I'm playing tomorrow is contacting me. Okay. Do you guys hear the train going by? I live very close to train tracks. Let me send this bass player the address so I'm a good band leader. And here's the address. Okay. Anytime someone contacts me about a gig, I pretty much drop what I'm doing. I get them the information. I hate being left in the dark personally surrounding gigs. I just try to get that info to them as soon as possible. Very cool. Very cool. All this is working. I'm enjoying this chart a lot, honestly. I think it's kind of strikes that balance of a little cheesy, but it still is cool because of tying in that blues form. How long do I want this to be? I feel like I need to listen in context. So looking here, these rests are bothering me, but I'm not going to get rid of them till. Well, I think I can actually do from the Q settings. So hide rests around Q. Never mind. That does not do what I thought it did. Let's play from here, and I can definitely I need to give my bass something here to do. They look a little sad. So I can give a dump, bump, 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 a dump. My MIDI stopped working there for a second. Let's write that. I just did a. Cool. Just to reinforce those hits. So this section, what's making it not work right now for me is the drums. They need to be something different. What do they want to be then? They repeated. Two, three. I almost feel like it needs to do some kind of double thing. I need the metronome on or I can't do that. Okay, let's try that. Something Just there needs to be a little more energy. The lines are cool. The chords are cool, especially coming out of the blues form. So maybe the piano needs something like arpeggios. So this could be really cool. Let me get rid of that. Here's my... Give those chords. Yeah. Nice buzz roll between the rest. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. So. Where was that? That would be cool there. First, I'm going to notate this arpeggio, then decide how the drums will fit in. But I'm trying to make this section that is a little dramatic, and yeah, so I see it. I agree. So let's get this group, this pattern. I need a pattern because the blues is the blues. In 71, I'm going to keep that in mind for 71. So how do we go from this to something dramatic? So let's just let play. I'll just solo a little bit. I want to hear it in some context. There's latency on my keyboard, so it sounds a little bad. The pattern will work. I just want a specific pattern. Does that actually fit? I feel like that wasn't in 4/4. And we're going to just suppress the playback of this so I can start 2 bars earlier. Why do I think that didn't work? Let's see. Okay, sure. Whatever. We'll just make it temporarily a double bar line. I just need the 2 measure pre-roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. That does fit. So I'm doing. Double check it. One more time. 1, 2, 3. I was skipping an 8th note. That's what I thought. I think this is it. Cool. Now I have to think about the cleanest way to notate that. Because I'm actually playing this in my left and this in my right. Do I write it into the treble clef staff, this part, and then say which hand to do left or a crossover, or do I have it cross over the staff from the left and beamed? I think that's actually what I'll do. So I'll start there. Give a good old dut. Are these actually eighth notes? But they're straight, is the trick. Because they can't be swung. I'll figure out the cool harmony. Oh wait, are they're triplets? Yeah. I've been at this for a while now. My brain is saying, do something else. I'm like, no. Suffer. Come on. You saw me input the triplet. I did it. There we go. Okay, I think that is the pattern. That's actually really confusing. not like for me, but for a high schooler, because it's really like a hemiola. And they're gonna be sad. But it's okay. So let's clear out that. Now, how do I make this cross staffs? I think it's easy. Cross. Grand staff. Dorico. I know it's like 2 buttons. M or N is the same as the tab editing. M? Nope. N? So, that honestly looks hideous. But I can't imagine playing it any way else. Shift up arrow will move it like... What does shift arrow? Shift up? Oh, no, sorry. That's just a group selection. I should know that. All right. So if I pedal under this... I'll do my pedaling in groups of 2 bars. And I guess I'll put repeats there. And then bar under that. I like this. It's kind of a cool, unexpected thing to see in a swing jazz chart. Suddenly breaks out into the triplet group. But that will open up my drums. Sabadius. Dude, so I've learned the best thing ever is just be the guy who, when they ask you to do a project in software, just say, yeah, I use that, and then just figure out the software. So I have actually done that. I got Finale way long ago, but someone was like, I really need a Finale file of this. I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'm an expert in Finale. I was not an expert in Finale, but I am good at computers, and I am good at Googling. So you bet I did in Finale. Because he was like, well, I can't hire someone if they are using Finale. Yeah, I understand, like, I'm young enough where, well, hey, I was doing this yesterday. How old do you think I am? How old? Because for older people who have been using something literally for they're talking like 30 years. I'm like, okay, I guess you're allowed to complain about the transition. At that point, I'm like, yeah, that sucks. But 33. You really think I'm 33? I'll give you one more guess. And I used to be this music. Yeah, and honestly, like, I love Dorico, and I use Dorico religiously. I actually use Cubase too. Just use X. Yeah, I agree with that. So, I'm 24. Yep, 24. Um, I think I agree just keeping on the bass clef, but what I will do is I will just write the part out and then I will look at it and decide. I almost want to like, oh, I clicked the wrong button. It's M. So I think what this also will enable me to do is I can actually hide the treble clef staff in my piano part, and it will be so much easier to condense my piano part. Thank you for that suggestion. So I want to. The reason I'm actually notating this and instead of just saying, "Hey, play some sort of triplet," is because I like the specific 7 on top where I put it. There's nothing in the case. Yeah, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to, like, am I actually could make it into a 12/8? But first I just want to write the part, hear it, and also come up with a drum groove, and then I'll decide how to notate it, because it's not that long of a section that I want to make it too drastic of a change. Split. I'm gonna. All right. And then these are going to be swinging over top of that. So let's finish writing out the harmonies I want to use. And then we'll decide some notation. And I want that to be accented. Is the 9 appropriate there? I think it might be. No. There's a clash. There's a clash, I think. Something. We'll trial and error it. Yeah, it's not a 9. Maybe just a G in the top. I guess that's and then I'll do something different for the F minor 7. That way I can open up into those chords there. All right, and then we don't need that there. I think the easiest way is I'm actually going to put, it's going to sound overkill. I'm going to put a clef change here and write it in the top part of the grand staff, because the way Dorico treats the staves is it's not married to this, like, it doesn't treat it like it's an instrument with 2 staves. It treats it like it's 2 staves on an instrument, is the only way to describe it. So when I go to do my system breaks, I can't have it switch midway through a system. At least I haven't figured out how. So I will move it up. All right, let's put some of these in here. And this one was really simple. Just the same pattern, nothing cool, nothing special, just a texture. And put my bar repeat there. The drums are going to have something very cool to do. This is going to be like like so many opportunities. All right, let's draw under that. Put my pedal, and this is going to be the continued. Oh wait, I remember how to do this. So now if I select that note, perfect. All right. And now the F minor 7, I was thinking about just doing something slightly different. We're going to take a quick break and see if I'm... Nope, never mind. So I finally reached my 500 subscriber goal that I thought I would never, ever, ever, ever get 500 subscribers. So I greatly appreciate the support. And I want to keep giving back to the community and keep making some of these videos because it's pretty fun and I learned in the process. So, all right, our F minor 7. Let's mix up the pattern a little bit because that is ultimately the same thing, then step down. Of course, sequencing is good. We don't always need to be different, but... maybe something like that. Let's play it from here. That one might be cool. With a G flat note in that melodic line, you can open up your voicing on the chord to GDA. You see that? Is there actually... because it's the passing tone. And then there. I really quickly want to see if that's bothering me too. I need some kind of counterpoint line here too. And open up my voicings. And you are talking about opening up the voicings in the bar 66 against this. Because I agree, opening up there would be cool, and it would help pass it off to some kind of variation on this F. I really quickly will play with some drum stuff. Because I'm deciding if I even want to notate a drum thing. Because this is a chart for high schoolers, so I have to be clear. What if I did? Well, I could even add a passing chord in between there. Some kind of altered tritone subby sort of deal. Going to the F minor 7. And then we get like the best of both worlds plus a little more bass motion. Let's think about some drums real fast. I almost want them to be doing kind of like a Triple E blues march thing with some free cymbals. Yeah. Okay. And they can play around those drums. Really, I'm really just making the decision of how should I notate it. And is this too much for a young player to deal with? I quickly am going to... And let's make that our... Get rid of that repeat. That's an okay line. That should still be okay. We might edit it. And I'm writing it as an F sharp because I already gave this rant earlier about how I don't like to write G flat. F sharp. Alright, F sharp. I guess it could be like a 13 sharp 11. I would play it with triplets X on the music, except the second partial of 3. Play it with triplets, accents on the piano. Okay. I get it. Okay. Also, what time is it? Okay. Just making sure I'm not running out of time. So this, I'm thinking I like. Will be good. I appreciate it because admittedly I'm a trumpet player, so drums are my weakness. Like they're just my weakness. Everything you say drums to me, I will be learning. So I hope I'm teaching you something in return if you have some trumpet questions. I'm always thinking I want to put a hit in here, so keep this pattern. But like played correctly. And then that's going to be on the. And give just like a break there. I might wait to do the break in the second time it happens. Do I repeat that melody? It's bad. I don't even know what I played. No, I don't. Okay. We'll put this here. We'll put the F sharp here. Let's add in some arpeggio, written, notated, and not click the wrong button all the time. And then I'm going to notate a specific voicing, I think. Just this. And I play the worst one that I could possibly think of. I don't want to. That's a little too stock. How about we mix it up a little bit? Put the 9 at the bottom. Maybe this. Maybe. We'll give the brass that. I think this is the most accessible one. I want to keep it 4 voices for the high schoolers. I don't want to get too carried away. I'm getting a phone call from my wife. Must message her back. On. I do have to wrap up soon, though. And I'm also going to screenshot that percussion tip so I don't forget it. I'm digging all of the. What's the word? I guess this is collaborative composition. I'm enjoying. Let's see how this fits. I see that. Okay. It does make sense. So. Like a check. Snip. I'm still going to get this hit put in. I see that. And this just needs to end back here. Get that accent, and then this also needs a better dynamic. How about? And naturally, I want them to be ebbing and flowing with the line up and down. I need to get rid of the my stock voicings down there. Let the piano have the accent on the second partial of 3 to itself. Yes. Yeah, I see that. I'm not really liking that note. Let me think real quick. Wait up will be much better. Get more in the key, and the brass can fill that with counterpoint. And that is the note that can have a little bit of ornamentation. No! Clicking buttons. Yeah, that's cool. Let me write the counterline in, see how the hit fits. Instead of hi-hat, ride for quarters. Yes. All right. So let's. You're gonna feel free to like correct me on your drum tip because I'm going to butcher it the first time. Not that. So I'll just insert. I know you said just this generic like that with a snare on. Is that right so far? Snare and snare. Hi-hat is quarters, got it, but the hi-hat is now ride. So I almost want them doing like, I'm thinking like a, maybe even like low tom, kick, da-da, kick, or snares the triplets. Yeah. I was almost thinking like the tom could be cool, but that's almost too, what's the word I'm looking for? Something pop. It's like depression girl pop. But we'll draw the accents for that. So take it. And I'm gonna do taps on this here. Got it. Let's try that. So I will just put a full thing of snares in there now. We'll get to my snare voice. Let me insert this. 3. Cool. And so like a and probably not floor. What tom would you recommend for this? Just so I can give something very discreetly obvious to a high schooler. And if they're doing the quarters, I'm not a drummer. How playable is this for, say, a slightly advanced high school player. Stare on the first partial of 2. Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna feel free to keep putting in the chat. I will quickly be still working up here. Yep. And feel free. Feel free. Because immediately my percussion ability is going to be good enough. My horn arranging, that's where I shine. I'm a fan of the triplets, though. So I want to do this hit, battle one, and that's going to be a brass thing. Oh, I know what it might be a little too high for these players, though. But I have one there. Let's try this voicing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And now we'll give that big chord that with all the extensions and stuff. Extend it out. Okay, here, I'll work on it in a moment. And make sure my wife doesn't need. Okay. My friend I haven't seen in a couple months is coming to visit. Fantastic. Yeah. I guess this can just be a fat downbeat there with a nice mercato. But let's do a good voicing if I'm already there. They can repeat that. And it's not going to be an on. Let's explode that out. Check out this voicing. And I violated one of my rules. I'll explain it in a second. That repeated note is bad. So, I might actually prefer E natural there. I don't have to edit my accidentals later, so I'm going to be thorough with them. So, repeated notes are in a triplet line like that are awkward because it interrupts the flow, because then you're actually re-articulating when everyone else isn't. So I want to avoid them. So I might actually do. Alright, so I think I can switch these, but I haven't actually ever done this in Dorico. Switch to selections, Dorico. I know you can do it. I just don't know where it is. Either way. I love how I just mess it up so bad. Put that there. Extend, and then delete that. No, just the dynamic. So now look at that. No repeated notes even though there's voice crossing, it is still better to voice cross than to repeat a note in a line that has enough rhythmic motion. And that is not coming from me, that is coming from Jay Chataway, who arranged for Maynard Ferguson. And also the that is actually a different tip. Notice I put a marcato in that quarter note because we always have to notate all our quarter notes. And I met Tower of Power last week. Insane. And their lead trumpet player, he was like, yeah, you got to make sure. Oh, no, we're just talking about arranging. You got to make sure you notate all your quarter notes. He said that's his like maximum tip for arranging. Can't be ambiguous. I like this. Now we need to add the. Well, I'll rate the bass instrument part. Let's see how this sounds in context. I still will work on the drums. That's kind of a cool interruption. I dig it. And I'll also give the drum some space to open up. For my bass instrument, I guess. I have a feeling that's not what I want, but we'll figure that out in a second. And let's just write something filler here just so we have that motion that picks up. So I appreciate the idea of basically just opening up that bar, and instead of just opening up the voices, actually opening up the chord and just adding some more passing tones. Doesn't hurt. Walk downs are great. And we're gonna add this bar. We're gonna put a repeat here, and we're gonna put our pedal under it. That's a 2-bar. So now, all right, that 100% works, and I appreciate all your ideas. I'm going to work on these drums. I'm also going to put, I wish Agent Smith had his full name in there so I could credit him, but I'm going to make sure I put in my comments here. Right, comment. I don't remember how to insert a comment. Sure, no, it's just Alt-C. I'm going to credit you. All right. 1, 2, 3. 2. No. 1, 2, 3. Floor. Yep. Floor. Oh. Like, actually, sorry. I don't know why that's not playing back correctly, but just for the idea. So I think I'm going to make a couple slight alterations. I'm going to notate about crash. And I think I'll split these up so it actually is almost like a halftime feel in the ride. That way, probably a little easier for them to play. And the only adjustment I'm going to make is I know a lot of these bands really only have access to 2 toms. And I need some dynamics there. MF. I think that's pretty good. And I appreciate you. I guess I don't really need any rests in here. Now, I feel like I got all your guys' ideas incorporated and took a nice deep dive into that. Let's listen. So, I was just thinking, what is your opinion on if first partial 3? Yeah. I'm almost thinking it might be easier for a younger player if I notate it that they can only hit the ride there. Do you think it's fine if I put a snare? Because that just means they're going. Are they doing this with one hand, or are they crossing like a? Just thinking about accessibility, because I know if I write something and they put it in front of a pro player, one way or another, it's going to happen. Yeah, I'll put the accents. We're just doing it there. Because I think this might be easiest, but not easy in a unforgivable way. Ride is off to the right. Okay, that makes sense. And I'm just going to put some bar repeats here to hear this. I'll insert. I'm not going to write or notate a fill, but I will notate there's a hit there. And for that hit, I'll do a crash. And do I want to be changing these all to be in? So I will get your opinion on this because I don't know, you probably don't know who Brian Wolf is, but he's a pretty good drummer. He's played like Tonight Show and stuff. He got offered to be like Tower Powerful stuff. I think this is keep taps low. And all his students that I know, that I gig with, they like to see things written all in one voice with stems, meaning, and I'll show you, keep taps low. So I think they would prefer to see this all. That didn't work. You know what? Never mind. It didn't work here. But like, I was working on it. Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. I believe before you joined. Okay. I think this is most appropriate for here, though. Well, what they were saying is they actually prefer, based on the way they write their transcriptions with him, they prefer it all to be beamed together and not separately. Which I was like, I don't know. I think this is appropriate here, though. Because as soon as I put the 3 voices on there, it just might be a little ugly. And I don't need this bar count. Count appearance do not show. And that's going to be 2 bars of slashes. I'll say fill. And it's temporarily just going to be a little messy, but it's okay. And I won't repeat that text. I'll put a bar repeat there. Don't need to re-put my dynamics. I'll fix that in a sec. Let's just hear some context. That makes sense. Get into that groove. And I'm not notating any fills for this. And I'm also not going to do a hit there. So I can just do some nice repeats. I will say keep taps low again, though, because I guess it's only 8 bars. Sometimes when I put a double bar line, it's good to repeat an instruction, just because your eyes are jumping down on the page. Create bar repeat region. I'll keep my count there, because it's a little more relevant. I will actually add some extra counts. I have to fix my numbered bar regions. How did I not do that? Alright, time for some Dorico engraving. Bar numbers. What time is it? Okay, I'm still good on time. Bar number region with parentheses. Below staff. If we do end up cutting. I agree. I think that in my head, we are definitely hearing the same thing. Because this is MIDI playback. MIDI playback is meh. No range. And wait, was this the first bar in the region? Yeah. Don't need to show that. Oh, yeah, we don't need to show that. And then here. So bar in a region with parentheses. I'm looking for last bar in a system. Do not show. And I think I need to now number bar regions. And set to count from 8. Look at that. So I think this chart overall, just having this bridge that goes somewhere totally out there, but definitely still approachable for young ensembles. It's not going to be too hard. The drum set will be, yeah, very true. And the bass line actually fits. Now, notating this, Dorico is giving me a hard time to do what I want. I want these to be upstem. It didn't give me a hard time that time. It just did it because you're watching, I swear. If I do... It really doesn't want to get rid of those. It's really mad at me. Here's what we'll do. Leave it like that. I will hide those rests. I will hide that rest. I know this is not ideal. Probably. I'm hiding the rest, yeah. Beaming is acceptable for the time being. How about that? That's a good answer. And then over here, I just need to re-add this piano part. And I'm not going... That's not what I meant to do. I meant to get rid of these. Yeah. And now we'll take this, because the brass has a different counterpoint line over here. I don't think I need to mess with doing something different there. So we'll just create a repeat. That'll repeat. And then I still might do my clef change that I talked about earlier, just so I can get this all working in one system. I think it'll be a little cleaner. All said and done. That goes all the way over here, and then we'll put my pedal Interruption. And that looks good. Dynamics. Yeah, I guess I'll put another dynamic because it's 8 bars. Just to be thorough, let's listen to this section. That'll repeat. Coming into the second half. Let me look for it in 1 second. I just want to put this before I forget that I liked it. Shorten those. Delete that. Put my repeat. Good. Okay, let's find that coming into the second half. Like before or after the double bar line. That should all be good. Like immediately after, or are you talking about this section? I would say the swing playback against the triplet is not actually how it would be played in real life. So go ahead and look at my bar numbers since you can mention which one you're talking about. Did that say a free Circle K coffee? Free Circle K coffee. So, I'll definitely take this to the band on Sunday and workshop it. I think it's something unique because swings are great. Grab a free medium. This is important. This is very important. Grab a free medium Circle K coffee for National Coffee Day. Free. As around 3 would be in 73.4. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're talking about the same thing. So yeah, I believe it's actually the base against this. Now that will actually line up when they play because they're gonna line it up when they play. And I could change my playback to actually make my swing playback based on triplet. But it's fine. It's fine for now. Let's finish out this ending. The ending is gonna be very chill, very simple. Let me play the intro so you have a gist of this piece. Oh, the drum set. I'll try it out. See how it goes. Because I have to finish this chart and then make tab for the bass part. So we just want an ending that rounds this all out. Here's the other interlude that happens. We don't need to play the solos, obviously. Good, good. That can be filled through. Here's my solos, background second time. Let me start from the backgrounds. Chord, chord. Okay, I hate that bar. That one bar in the saxophones, I don't know why I wrote it. That was garbage. Let's fix that. Everything else, I think it's like pretty hip. Dude, I appreciate you very much. I'm going to credit you. So this line is the stupidest thing I've ever written. I don't know why I did it. I thought it was being cool, but I wasn't. And okay, I'm in concert pitch. This is all my F minor 7. There needs to be something there. Do you have a website or anything? Please send it to me. I'd love to check it out. Go to channel. Blue Devils. My friend, I think he was in Blue Coats. Very cool, man. Nice. I'm definitely going to be watching some of your videos later. All right. That line is good. Do you do any college instruction, or where'd you go to college or anything like that? And dude, the only way to describe YouTube is lately I've been having some success, and it's been crazy because it's paying off. Like I got a mini little sponsorship for some playback software and this and that. And I was always so insecure about like just putting my stupid videos up on there. And you're already doing it. And as soon as you put your arrangements up, and if you make some kind of how-to video, it'll just go. Poof. And it's the fact that you already have content. If you just make something, try to figure out what people are searching for. Maybe try to use Google Ads to find some keywords. What if people lately, let's say, some song comes out that has a cool drum groove, and you would be paying attention to the Billboard chart, and then you'd be like, I'm going to pick up on this drum groove and make a video on it right now. That's how it works. Because ultimately what I did is I always wanted to make videos. I saw, hey, Finale is going to die. So why don't I make videos about Dorico? Because I like Dorico and it's fun. And it worked. Because it's just YouTube serves myself to other people to watch it because they're like, Dorico, Dorico, Dorico. You're the only person out there making videos that just say Dorico so many times. Right. I don't know why I hate this bar so much. That's a cool rhythm. Rhythm is more important than the notes. It's going to be a counterpoint line. I know what it is. I see it. I can hear it now. Do that. Move it over. Extend it. And do my dynamics. Alright, it's already fixing the pacing a lot. So now we just need the brass to save the day. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through your videos. Make a tutorial. You have all the backlog content, and literally make a tutorial, and YouTube will go, oh, he has enough content, we can recommend him. Because it's literally like a barrier in the first place. Your work on YouTube cannot get recommended unless you have enough existing work. But you also have to find the balance of what are the buzzwords. I wish the government would just pay us to make music, because all I want to do is write Big Band at home in my pajamas. Something like that. They do that in Germany, I think. Okay, that's definitely the line. I'm going to actually make it unison trumpets because they sound cool. Well, I should say octave trumpets. 2 in unison, 2 in unison. But they're octaves apart. But triplet mode. Come on, CJ. Clicking all the... So many buttons. There we go. Don't you love it when a cat walks across your keyboard? Walking across. She said, a real lead trumpet player can play up here. And that will glisten. Stop scratching my leg. And I will also give that a little grace note. No. I'll make it a scoop. Take these 2 down, which I actually have to fix earlier in the piece. Same concept, so. Dude, I think I already mentioned it, but I studied with Jay Chataway, and he arranged for Maynard Ferguson. And he told me Maynard Ferguson would warm up underwater in a swimming pool, like to basically increase the resistance of his trumpet. Would go in there and fully submerge himself in just the low notes. I'm like, what? That's crazy. Bliss. My cat scratching my leg. She's like, I need you to feed me. Despite her food. Yeah, serious. He would just submerge himself in a pool and then play the trumpet. I want to do it. I want to know where I can do that without getting banned from a public pool. To send a set list out for my gig tomorrow. So Obviously, this. Do I even need a glitch there? Do apostrophes. Apostrophes? Like, what do you mean? Oh, like, just straight up apostrophes? That looks so ominous. If you're looking at the chat, it just says don't. Okay. So the bottom two don't need a glitch, just the top two. And I will make it a little. Cat, can you stop scratching my leg? Your food bowl is literally full. She looks at it. She's like, "There's nothing in here." Very interesting. Well, I know the answer is, did you restart your computer? Because that's how it goes, or whatever you're on. All right, let's hear this. Oh, it's so much better than before. All right, still need to finish the end, but I am going to fix these. So it's all about range here, because this is all in unison. I'm thinking I kind of went it down. It's just a little too low for comfort, I think. Yeah, right now I'm telling them to pedal. The high school drummers, they just play whatever they want sometimes. They just look at something and they go, I just need to do something. But I don't actually know enough style to like do something. So you never know what's going to come out the first time. Cat! She's making my leg bleed. Come here. This is my daily work routine. Is this thing just bites and scratches me until I give her food. But she already has food. Right? If you want attention, I'm going to give it to you. Okay, so these, I don't think. We'll just keep them all in unison. I think it'll be okay. So now we just need write an ending. And I'm almost happy with this. Good. Something. Oh, that was almost too long. Let's start a little further back for more context. Okay, sounds good with the context. I think I don't need the repeat. One, two, three, three, four, three. Yeah. Take it. No. Wait. Explain what you're saying. I got a little. The text is sometimes a little difficult to follow. All right, and this is a normal bar line, but then it does that. Boom, ba-ba-doo, boo, wah. I think that would be a really cool place to pick up on that chord. And I'll put a response line in here in these. First chord note, second beat is triplet. First partial and third partial with. Okay. I see it. Triplet, first partial and third partial with a rest. Oh, like a almost like the hard, super hard. Bump, bottom. It'll just kind of emphasize that. So there's another way I can also basically get them to do the same thing, and that's basically telling them a hard swing versus a medium swing is actually pretty similar. I would even go as far instead of just triplets, I was considering doing dotted eighth rests with a 16th, so like dump, da-dump, da-dump, da-dump. We'll see. I think this might be easiest for them, but I'm still trying to figure out this ending. It's tripping me up. Bum, ba-dum-dum. So we get out here, soft melody. Okay, we're gonna put the full hit there. We need that. But and I already notated it once. The only trick to it is we're leaving out trumpet 3. Because I'm going to do this. And that's right here. So before, when I had this hit with the melody, it was against the saxophones. Now, since I have trumpet 2 participating in that, I don't want them to jump out of the melody to the harmony because it can be a little awkward sounding. So I'm going to opt to just eliminate the trumpet 3 voice, but make sure I give it to the saxophones so it's covered. No, we'll keep these the same. Awesome. All right. It's almost 2 o'clock, so that's getting me thinking about dinner. Should I get pizza, Chinese, or Mexican? It's Friday, so I like to order out. Now, I have to grab that trumpet 3. I'm afraid it might be a little too high for my alto one. No, that's okay. And then I will take these 2 voices. Okay. Let's listen. So. But we do. Okay, I think I have a good idea. We're holding, I think that's an 11 chord over the C minor 7. But I need to hear my piano. So. Oh, it's a 9 over F minor. Should have known. Oh, that's a. Okay, I think I've figured it out. Okay, and those will all be upbeat hits. I'm getting way too excited. But I think it's pretty cool. Nope. Make that D flat. And also my bass line is missing there. Cool. And then I'll go my last chord, and it's going to be C minor major 7. C minor major 9. C minor major 9. We can shorten that. Don't need that note there. We will. Bump. Ba-da. Ba-do. Okay, yeah, that'll work there. And this cue can now shorten. So, I don't want to show the rest at the end. Hide rest around cue. That's what that setting does. I understand. And now, we need to notate our full voicings, but I'll finish the bass voices. So that's 7. I skipped one. That's where our fermato will be. Let me quickly check my subscriber count. 502. Very exciting. Ranking by views. This one's not doing as well as the others. Well, it's doing very similarly. If you need something for drums, try that ride pattern in a rim. Knocks on 2 and 4. So So I think I want to, like here, I like the pedal in the beginning. Just really it's there to help them keep time. And I think I will go to something light here. And that would fit. That way we can get really, really open up here. And that can come back here. Would you recommend am I notating those with a X on the snare? And these chords, I believe, are going to be. I almost went. I honestly don't know. I can get like a. I believe I can get what you're talking about. So like a. Let me quickly. No, that's not what I meant. You're talking about this. No. Snare, snare, snare. Where is my snare? Ah. Like a. Let me turn off my. Wait. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you call them? Rib knocks? Side stick. That was side stick. So let me clarify. I'm using a different drum kit than comes with Dorico. So it's technically a little different. It's specifically talking about something slightly different, but I will leave that notation because that will definitely get what I'm going for. I think it's very cool. And I might do it. Yeah. It's close. Drums. I love, like, there's so many ways to make sounds out of drums. Trumpet, it's either a trumpet, maybe you put a mute in it. One or the other. I don't know. Okay, here's our chords. So I'm trying to decide. This is clearly F minor 9 2, E flat major 9 2. This is definitely going to be a D flat 9. I'm just trying to decide on that chord passing between. Is it a D half diminished? Wrong instrument. I'm almost hearing a. I think I'm almost hearing an inversion, because what I learned, and I will be doing a video on this compositional technique, is walk ups and walk downs sound best with inversions of chords. And it seems really obvious, but like, yes, I can go C, that's a C major, to D minor, to E minor, to F major. Sounds great, but what if I make that E minor actually a C first inversion? Sorry. Inversions just sound great. So what inversion is that D? Because this is clearly. I know it is. That's kind of hip. That's an A minor 7 over D. Which I have a very, very strong. Yes. Sounds like that song. Oh, what, this? Wrong instrument. Bill Withers. Yeah, thank you. Dude, I was blanking on that. I play a lot of Bill Withers music too on gigs, so I can't believe I said that. Yeah, that's because his song, that is literally just. It walks up in roots. So what I'm saying is, Bill Withers, you should have used an inversion. I would say it pushes it further into the gospel soul route, just quicker. But this progression now I have. Oh, that sounds good. So you probably do you know what a sus chord is? Or I should ask, as a percussionist, are you super up on your chords and stuff? Okay, yeah, okay. I see the. So sus chords are resolving chords, right? But what I learned is a C sus7 is not specific enough because every time I write something sus7, I will get two different versions of it. Or sus6, I will also get two different versions of it. So I started writing all my sus chords that have multiple. Got a range for mouse. Nice. So I got in the habit, especially for jazz, like pop symbol chord, jazz symbol chord notation, writing all my extended sus chords as slash chords. And I teach this in my jazz arranging class I teach at West Virginia University. So this, yes, I can do a D sus 4, sus 2 with a 7. And I can write all that out, and all of a sudden that's like, it's going to take up a full measure just to say that. Or I can write A minor over D. Slash chords, I'm telling you. They are the future of jazz notation. And you can access the sus6. Instead of writing sus2, sus4, sus6, you can just play an E minor 7 over D. And it's like shorthand. And there's not any ambiguity. Because what happens is, if I write sus6, someone might sus the 6 but keep the 3rd, but the other person might sus the 4 and the 6. It's not specific enough. So slash chords, they avoid all the ambiguity. Alright. So this is definitely the voicing I want. Now we gotta actually voice it. So that actually holds out. They're just gonna hold that note, I think. And we can change this tie so it doesn't hang over so far. Into position. Oh, also, I have a question. So, I need to actually display the chat on the screen. I haven't gotten there yet. But if you're looking at my screen, you probably notice I have an ultra-wide monitor. Does it look good, the screen layout I have? Is it clear? I think working with ultra-wide monitors is way better for notation and DAWs, but it doesn't translate so well with, standard definition video. So I think this layout gives me the best of both worlds. Clearly, you can see my keyboard and typing keyboard and Dorico. Excellent. So I've also, I think the stream is actually higher quality than my videos are in terms of like the resolution, because I've been recording to a slightly, ultra wides are the best, dude, right? I've been, especially for our first person shooters, yeah. So, so lost my train of thought. Never mind. It's gone. Oh, bitrate. My videos, I've been recording smaller file sizes because it's so much storage I have to use for this video editing. But I think I officially, since I've hit my 500 subscriber goal, I will increase my video resolution. And I will go buy another SSD. And in the piano with voicings, I will put the voicings right there. And it'll be G7 too. Cool. Let's hear this. And this can just suddenly be a loud dynamic. It'll be cool if it's like chill, soft, right? And let me shell out my final note. And give a voicing, pre-made voicing will be. Yeah, that'll be good. Why'd I put 2 double flats in there? Relax, Dorico. And that's a C minor major 7. The other chord that sounds like a C minor major 7, but isn't a C minor major 7, is a C augmented major 7. Versus, this versus the, with the 9 though. So that's with the 9. This is an augmented major 7. They actually have strangely similar qualities, despite one being like minor and one being major. Okay, that's how I'll conduct it. I just wanted to check it actually made sense to me. And I'll grab this. I would just want them to do a very clear kick there. And no, so I want, and then I want an open snare there. 93 open hi-hat, 93 open hi-hat. Okay, I was thinking about that actually, and I agree. So let's do it. Open hi-hat. And I'm just putting a snare so they get the gist, but then the rest of them I'll slash off as any kind of hits they want with slashes so they know to fill through all this. So this is going to be a minor pain in the butt to notate, won't it? So I actually have to be using slash voice 1 and 2. And then I'll have to, I'm going to do it the way I'm used to it, which is put in these. I was trying to be fancy, but I know I prefer to do it this way. And then insert slash regions that are 1 bar long. It works. I'll fix this. They can do whatever they want here. Let ring. I was actually going to write fill, let ring. I want them to, they'll have opportunity to fill. So I think fill will actually work. But let me know what you think. And I'm just thinking like jazz drummers are going to play through it, but let's remove all my rest here. We'll work our way up to it. So I'm going to notate all this as I was literally thinking to do this, just the whole thing. No gap. Very cool. And I'll put the fermata after, and there'll be second fermata. Oh, and they also. There'll be a fermata on that note. which I will give. Right, let's write that voice. 8. Three, 4. That's just a C. No, I'm not gonna actually. Gonna get rid of that. Make that that. I have to add all my articulations after once I write my grouped voicings here. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good opportunity just to give the drummer some freedom. And that looks good. That looks good. I went D flat there. And in the bari sax it needs. Oh, I thought it just froze. Okay. There we go. You know, I always make the assumption they don't have a bari sax with a low A because they know when to do it. If they have a bari sax with a low A, they know how to use it. So let's do. Why did that sound? Hey. Cat's clawing me. Because this is a transpose pitch on. Onyx, stop it. That's a lot better. But B naturals. Okay, that's a better voicing. And saxophones. So the saxophones, I like to stick them in between my basically trumpet 3 to trombone 2. So we'll give them. There's 4 of them I got to cover. I might even just double it. Okay, and then I need something over here. To one, two. I know what I can do. That'll be a cool. I'll just keep it in these instruments. And all those can shift O, scoop. That one can also scoop. See, this is fun because composition, I tend to do not slow, but like really be methodical, think about it. But I'm working on this arrangement of Little Suede Shoes, and I'm kind of like going straight through it because I'm like, the musicality is already there. I'm just helping. This one needs some work. Yeah, that sounds good. But good. Okay. Definitely on the right track. And that looks good in the drums. That looks good there. So now I'm actually going to write. That's going to be my slash push is wrong. And then last one, we can duplicate that. And I will put, just so it doesn't totally come out of nowhere, I think I'll give the saxophones that little bit. And that ends the voice. That starts the voice. Or I can just click those two and remove them. Great. Sounds good so far. What time is it? How long has this stream been going? 3 hours. Yep, that sounds about right. Okay. I won't be happy till this is completely done. So I think I'm going to take this. Yeah, I'll take the as written. The only reason I say as written, because I put some specific voicings in a specific octave. And I will actually give him that. So basically, staccato on eighth notes in my charts universally means play it straight. And I will actually make a note of that somewhere for the conductor. Bow, bow. Then I need this. What's going on, Onyx? She's like, you need to serve me food. That starts that voice. Or I can just select that RAS and remove it because it's much easier. Okay, that looks good. All that sounds pretty good. Now that I have this, I can give the saxes those little hits here. But since I have the tenor playing the melody, they're just going to play the top ones, which should sound fine. My cat really wants something. Be patient. Don't eat my phone charger. That's also not good. So I think the easiest way to do this is I'm going to paste reduced. Paste reduce. And then cut that. And then paste explode over these bars. I don't know how I just messed that up. How about we do this? Just paste there. Okay, I just did something weird. Although I think that might have been a little bit of a bug I just found. Okay. And then we can't have this. But we can do another quarter note. That should work. Still in concert pitch. So that's the G, so that's why I took the G out. So let's see if that voicing works. Yeah, it does. kind of don't like it going above the melody, though. No. And this. There we go. Yeah, so much better. And then that will give the opportunity for the whole band to play these together, and it doesn't totally come out of nowhere anymore. Let's come up with those voicings. We'll do the brass first. So it's going to be cracking my knuckles. What time is it? All right, I'm getting very close to my deadline, meaning I have to pick up my wife from work. All right. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. It definitely went that, but that's some kind of G altered thing. So how about I really, really, really alter it? Flat 9, sharp 9, flat 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Good. Feel like I played an extra note. Then to our D flat 7. Not sure if these are exactly what I'm feeling, but let's try it out. Oh, I put an extra voice. Okay, let's revoice those. I forgot trumpet 2 was out of there. One more time. All right. So this one, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then 2, 3. That looks more like it. Now we'll pace explode over these 6 instruments. How about that? It might sound terrible. I buy that. And so if I select those and I click remove rest, it should. Yep. So the reason there's cues here is because the band I'm writing this for actually doesn't have a bass trombone player, but we're going to have a college player sit in with them and play the bass trombone. But for the rehearsals, I just want them to be able to have the cues. Plus, sometimes, like, how often is there like a very strong bass trombonist for high school ensembles? So it's good practice just to double some of those things somewhere, and there's no reason not to have a cue. If you have a super ambitious trombone one who loves to just blast their trombone, let them play it. All right. So now we'll voice the saxophones. They just have to be somewhere in between. Nothing too special. So let's do a... Okay. 1, 2, 3. cool. Now we'll paste explode over these 3 staffs. Now we can articulate all of the parts together, because I already did my bear sacks. Let's hear what it sounds like. That's an ending of a tune if I've ever heard one. It says, and it's just like a cheesy ending. It's great. I love it. Okay, let's page format my score. That's what I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I bet we can put these 10 bars here. Make into system. Yeah, look at that. I'm looking at the concert pitch too, so it's a little messier. All right, I like this. So yeah, the percussion tips. I think they're making this song. I'm gonna make sure I 100% credit you. I appreciate it. It's so cool just to like. I'm not the expert on percussion. Why not get an expert on percussion? All right. All right. That's my favorite word. It'll Be All Right was my first single I put out last October. And I guess my guitar player needs something to do. I guess. So he's going to just double the... I think I staccatoed him. I don't need that one. Let me check what he was doing earlier. Yeah, I did not put staccatos. Let's get rid of those. And then just give him that. Dude, we have a very good vibraphone player at West Virginia University, and he's so fantastic to play with. I do love vibraphone. All right. So I think this is done. The playback is good enough. Sejura. Now my dynamics are bad. We'll make it all. This is kind of a cool chart. Because at first I was afraid of it being a little too generic, but I think it is standing out now in good ways. And I have to remember to put my repeat back there. What time is it? Okay. Oh, let me check where it is. Is it over where at the end? If we're talking about that one, I was debating on whether I should have it or not. Let's see, I also don't need that. Yeah, I think I got it. Because I actually want them to play this like really soft. So let me mark that. I even do a pianissimo. Just whisper that, and then it can slowly build up here. I just clicked the wrong thing. I have to group those dynamics so they line up right. Dorico group dynamics are actually like the best thing ever. I love. Just didn't work. Just didn't work. Group. Fine. You really want me to ungroup you? Is that what you want? Yes. So I actually haven't been able to tell. Sometimes it'll let me like dual group things. Sometimes it won't. And I'm sure there's a way to tell, but it's not that important. Good, 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 good. And that's Christian doing. That's Christian doing. I'm going to keep all those little things. Piano. And I'll make the rhythm section forte, just so they keep up with a full section of horns there. We'll mark this as. That's a piano. And then I'll put my nice. Okay. Alright. Pretty happy with this. It was fun. I love how I didn't actually do the one thing I was supposed to, which was create a tab for my bass part yet. That's how it goes. I gotta format my parts before I can even think about that. So, this one doesn't look. It's a little busy. And 3 pages is not too many, right? 1, 2. Create frame break. That'll be system break. And down here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have casting on. That one. Oh, I need to put a rehearsal marker right there. But in write mode, Shift A. Ooh, my neck just cracked. Okay, Alto 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Just spread it out over 3 pages comfortably. It's. I wish I had just like. Oh, I guess I do have another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be a 3 bar at the bottom there. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that actually works really well. My first page might look a little naked, but it's okay. So, I think I can just propagate that one to 2, if I'm remembering correctly. And that does look good. Good, good, good. Everywhere good. Yes, it's good. And tenor 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So this one I might actually group a little differently, which is into 5 bar. So let's make that into a system. Make this 5 bar into a system. I clicked the wrong thing. Make that one into a system. I still did it again. Oh no, it's just really crowded. Maybe that one was supposed to be 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I do 3, then a 4, how's that look? I just really don't want to move that J from there, but it really makes me want to do this. Engraving. 3, 4. I'll think about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I would even be more comfortable if I did 4, 2, 3, 4. Make that into 4, making a system. 1, 2, 3, 4, making a system. And make that my final system. Okay, that's acceptable. That's acceptable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, so that's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like the multi-bar resping at the top, but at the same time, I kind of want to do this. That's definitely cleanest. I think I'll keep it. Okay. Tenor 1 is done. Tenor 2 should once again be identical to alto 1. Yep. Bari sax should be... Okay, it's actually a mess right now. Alright. This one is going to be the same as bass trombone, though. What a boring part. It's actually not that boring to play because it's so crucial. But just looking at it. Okay, we want that to be break in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just keep going, even though it's really messy. 2, 3, 4. And that could be 6, sure. G, H. I'm just trying to figure out how many there's approximately going to be. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 6. So if I do 6 and 8, it might look best. Yeah, look at that. And if I do this, make that in a system, put J there, because I'm okay. I'm okay messing with the last couple systems, but just not the other ones. Oh, that looks good. No, that can be a 5-bar, 5-bar. Yeah. Now, if I look at my bass trombone, it's probably really similar. So I can copy the bari sax to the bass trombone. And it should look very good. Pretty good. Okay. Let's do the trumpets. Trumpets 1, 3, and 4 should be the same. What time is it? Okay. I have like 5 more minutes. I'm so excited to get this done, though. See? 1, 2, 3. Put that up there. That looks good. Letter E. Oh, if this could be 2 pages, that would be ideal. I think it will be. Oh, and E is the 5-bar, 5-bar, I think, right? Yeah. Is that too much? Yeah, that's too much. Okay. I think if I put that there and now break it I. Okay. I think I'll just let that be its own. 2, 3, 4, 5. That needs to be 4 bars. Isn't engraving fun? It's worth it because it'll look so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how about break it at E? 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy if it's over 2 pages. Saxophones, they can have as many pages as you want to give them, but trumpets, we're a little more picky about it. 3 and 4 should look good. Undercover. And trumpet 2 is probably a little messy right now. It's not so bad. I just need to clean up some things. So what if I make this into a system and make this into a system? Yeah. Good. System breaks look good so far. J. Oh, and I remember I did this. It's so close to fitting on 2 pages. I won't. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There's a frame break there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 5-bar section. Yeah. And it's really 4 bars now because of the multi-rest. Yeah. Engraving, engraving, engraving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We'll take advantage of this to add that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Frame break. Good. Okay. I'm happy with that. Trombones are a mess. I didn't know 4 bangs of trombones yet. That looks good. Is that a little too cramped there? Sometimes the spacing of 8th notes, they just look better together. Now that one can break. I don't know. It doesn't look that good. Yes. J. The trombones are going to be the problem. I can tell. Okay. Okay, definitely have to break it F. 3, 4. Okay, that makes most sense, just so we can see the final 4 bars of the blues. Still not great. I didn't even know ASCAP had a bubble up. Neither did I. And I also didn't even read the email. Okay. All right. So here's where I can adjust these and put. Yeah, true. I basically, like, for my emails, I have to be in an email mood where I'll sit down and just dig through them all. Okay. Well, I've reached my deadline. Chart's almost done. I'll finish it up, make the tab. I appreciate you watching, hanging out. It's fun, chill. Hopefully you're doing some work, drinking some coffee. I'll be streaming probably like every 3 days because I just stream what I'm working on, and I happen to always be working on music. So thank you again for joining. Check out my latest video because there's a free... Oh, wait, you don't use Dorico. Well, there is a free Dorico template for anyone else who wants it. And I appreciate it, man. I'll definitely be checking out your channel and watching some of your